Hi, my name is John Anderson. I'm a medical marketing manager with Formlabs. At Formlabs, we build 3D printers so anybody can make anything. So this is really a story about accessibility, putting this kind of technology into everybody's hands so that they can produce a variety of different things. Specifically today, I wanted to talk to you about the use case for the 3D printer in the healthcare community. So this is our Form 3B printer. This is a biocompatible printer that we have biocompatible materials for. And so some of the use cases that you might see with this printer are you have anatomical models that are created from a CT scan that are then segmented and then printed out on the printer. And these are a great application for the printer where you can do all of your pre-surgical planning, sizing your equipment, just planning out all of your surgical steps using this model long before you ever get into the OR. On average, we've seen that looking at 100 hospitals that are doing 3D printing, on average we're seeing that this is saving about 62 minutes in the OR. And then in addition to the anatomical model, we also have these surgical cutting guides that can be produced to just provide a little bit more of an accurate surgery and just speed up the surgery a little bit. So these provide a very accurate placement for those cuts. And again, citing the same studies, these have shown to save on average about 23 minutes in the OR. So between the two, you're getting a significant cost savings, especially with OR times running at between $50 and $200 a minute on average. There's a significant cost savings. In addition to that though, and I think more excitingly, you're seeing that those reduced OR times lead to reduced need for anesthesia, increased patient recovery times, less potential for infection rates, and just a better patient experience overall. So a phenomenal application for our 3D printers. Here you can also see, it's just another cutting guide. So you can see it's basically the same kind of anatomy, the pelvis bone, and then we have a different type of surgical guide here. So in addition to our Form 3B, which is our smaller format SLA printer, we also have a larger format SLA printer behind me. This is our Form 3BL. So again, it prints biocompatible materials and is used in the healthcare industry. This print here was printed on the Form 3BL. This is an actual use case where the patient had been in a motorcycle accident and suffered extreme damage to the side of his skull. And so this segmented model was then printed and then used to design this cranial implant that once designed and fitted was then sent out to be manufactured in full. And this patient made a pretty significant recovery and is reported to be doing very well. So in addition to that, I just wanted to talk to you about our biocompatible materials. We have two currently for the healthcare field. These are our Biomed Amber and our Biomed Clear. So this is a USP Class 6 material, which means that it's good for skin and mucosal contact for greater than 30 days. So it's a little bit of a longer term use there. And excitingly, we have just announced the development of our Biomed White and our Biomed Black. So those are over here. These are going to provide you with an opaque option and some color to just to kind of vary the uses for this material. So just expanding, we're constantly expanding our medical material offerings to just allow for the greater development in the healthcare field. So I also wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about our Fuse 1, which is an SLS machine or a selective laser sintering. So let's go ahead and take a walk over there and we'll take a look at the Fuse 1. Here we have our Fuse 1. This uses a bit of a different technology than the SLA printers. For this printer, we're going to use a laser to sinter nylon powder together. Which is a fancy way of saying that we're taking the laser and we're fusing nylon powder together. Some of the benefits for this printer are going to be that all of your prints are encased in a powder bed, and so that's going to provide the support for your printing as you print. If we take a look inside the Fuse 1 here, You can see that you have your build chamber right here. You have your build platform right up here. So this is where all the magic is happening. The laser is going to fire down and center your powder together and trace that pattern out for your 3D print. Once you're done with this 3D print, what you're going to do is remove this build chamber. You're going to come over here and put it in the the sift, and you're going to vacuum off all your powder and reclaim any unused powder that you might have. So for this, we have a complete ecosystem where you have your printer, you have your post-processing unit, and it provides a really nice workflow. So the parts that you can print on the Fuse, there's a wide range of parts. So for the medical field, I really like this printer for orthotics and prosthetics. You can see that we have an orthosis here, that if we bend this material, there's enough flexibility yet enough rigidity for something like an orthosis, where you need the stability for that leg, but you still need the flexibility to be able to walk on this, right? For prosthetics, we've seen other use cases where there's a really great story by a company called Psionics, where they have a prosthetic that's printed on the Fuse 1, and they're arm wrestling with the prosthetic, and they're, I think, punching through a wooden wall. It's really neat. Check them out. It's very cool. In addition to the healthcare, I'd just like to mention this. There are a wide variety of applications that can be done on the Fuse 1. This is a sample print that you can request from Formlabs at formlabs.com, but you can see that this is an articulated print that was printed all on the Fuse 1 together. So very neat stuff. Just a wide variety of different applications for the Fuse 1. Thank you for checking out Formlabs. If you'd like more information or would like to request a sample print, please check us out at formlabs.com, and stay tuned for some exciting information that we'll be releasing early 2022 at CES in Las Vegas, January 5th through January 8th. Thank you so much.